India versus Pakistan, the biggest game in the ICC T20 World Cup, and for that matter for any form of cricket. A big gathering, two electrifying teams in New York. You thought the politics would be far away from it? No. Because the India versus Pakistan match, when the national anthems were being played, there was a particular plane that carried a message, Free Imran Khan. Now remember, Imran Khan is the former Prime Minister of Pakistan who has been held, who is in prison at this point in time over two court cases. One was the Tosha Khana case, the other regarding some very serious offences that have been committed. Now there has been popular protests and there has been calls for Imran Khan to be released, and because of this India versus Pakistan match has assumed a slightly political tone. Not at all surprising, considering that you are talking about India and Pakistan, two regions which have a very volatile political base at this point in time. Now, is this the first time that politics has interfered in cricket? Not really, because if you want to look at the other instances, starting from the very recent, you saw in the 2023 ICC ODI World Cup on both the occasions where India took on Australia in the league stage in Chennai and in the final in Ahmedabad, there was the Free Palestine movement there. That time one deranged fan came onto the field and he had the shirt Free Palestine. With all the situation, with all eyes on Rafah still trending on social media, this was a precursor to things to come. India versus Australia in Chennai, India versus Australia in the final in Ahmedabad, the same individual managed to ensure that Free Palestine would be the total thing. He was arrested, he did highlight what was the situation there. So that is why this was the first of many instances. The second instance happened in 2019 during the ICC ODI World Cup between Pakistan and Afghanistan in Leeds. Now, Pakistan, Afghanistan, they have always had a very volatile bilateral relationship, especially when you look at the cricket relationships. You saw in 2022 that there were fights in the stands, chairs were broken, there was a clash between both Pakistani and Afghani fans there. But in 2019, there were skirmishes even outside of the stadium in Leeds, because one of the planes that were there, they carried this banner, Justice for Balochistan. Now, Justice for Balochistan at that time trended when there were atrocities being committed by the Pakistani army in Balochistan. So that is why this was the trend that was going on in 2019. Balochistan was the hot point. Fans did indulge in skirmishes, arguments outside of Leeds. Pakistan did win that game very closely, but Afghanistan ensured that they got their point through as well. But sticking with Asia, this is predominantly an Asian phenomena if you look at it, because if you look at what is the situation in 2013, during the ICC Champions Trophy semi-final between India and Sri Lanka at Swelek, one group called for the boycott of Sri Lanka because of what had happened in the 2009 LTTE war. Now, Sri Lanka and many of the generals and the army members were accused of genocide, and that's why so many protests happened outside of Swelek. One individual came in and unfurled one particular banner and he was tackled to the ground. So 2013 witnessed Champions Trophy match between India and Sri Lanka, the LTT protests as well. The Tamil people that were there in London at that time, they had all protested the actions of the Sri Lankan army during the Elam war at that time. Now, this is not the first time. Even in 1975, when Sri Lanka were playing in London during the 75 World Cup, at that time there were certain Tamil youths who had managed to disrupt the match because they were not happy with what was developing in the situation in Sri Lanka. So, you are seeing that politics already took a bit of a center stage with the Release Free Imran Khan plane and the banner that was flown. Now, will we see any more political action? Will we see any more political messages in this ICC T20 World Cup? We hope not. Because if you look at it, even England have transgressed on certain occasions when it was Moeen Ali regarding Gaza, free Gaza. So that is the thing that we all have to worry about. Do politics and sport go hand in hand? Should politics be involved in sport? You can write to us in the comments. Thank you so much folks for joining us for this video. Subscribe to Sports Today for all the latest news and analysis. Bye-bye.